Hello. Welcome to November 2022 Community Showcase featuring Don Casanova. Day after Halloween.
Yes, I haven't had time to take all of my costume off, as you can see.
Yeah. Don, I was at the grocery store last night.
Yeah.
And,
Halloween specials. Picking up those discounted Halloween items? No.
What? They went beyond that.
What?
They had put up all the Christmas shit.
Oh yeah,
like all the Halloween candy section.
I love
was already replaced with like peppermint cookies and all. Like they were like ready to go.
I like that.
I was like, what?
A lot of people complain they set it up too late. I think they set it up too early. I think it's too late.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't mind if they put that stuff in summer.
All right.
Get it prepped.
I'm hoping that they get. They didn't have the Halloween Ghirardelli chocolate squares, the like holiday flavor ones for holiday, like the pumpkin spice chocolate one. They didn't have that this year, but I'm counting on that holiday one, the Christmas one. Because it has like the peppermint, it has like the peppermint, the eggnog.
Yeah.
And sometimes they do throw the pumpkin in that one, but I think it's a caramel one they throw in as well. So I'm hoping they got that this time.
You got me talking Christmas stuff now. I picked up some eggnog this weekend. That's how prepared I am. Before Halloween happened, I picked up some coconut milk eggnog. It was so satisfying. I already slugged the entire thing down in one day.
Wow.
Quart of eggnog.
Quart of eggnog?
I think it was a quart. Just a tall, skinny one. Not too much.
Dang, Don. You're ready to go.
Look at this. It looks like I've put some product on my face. And
Don does have a double set of headphones on right now.
My skin is shiny as hell. Look at that. Wow. All right.
Well, we got some submissions for our $10 and up patrons.
I'm very excited.
You should know how the drill goes. We'll go through all of our text submissions. Then we'll go through some artwork and some photos. And then we got... some audio and video submissions towards the end. So we won't need the headphones for a little bit here. Good. And how we do it is I've been alternating with the allies for reading them. I will start. So I'll start with our first text submission.
Oh, I love this.
Then we'll go back and forth.
Sweet.
And our first one is from Brandon K. Gann.
Sweet.
I've been waiting for this stretch of the year since what feels like June. So I've been passing the months going through older games. I played 2 recently, the first being Killzone Liberation for the very first time, and while this PSP game, has a neat perspective being a third-person isometric shooter as opposed to being an FPS like the rest of the series, it has several problems.
I don't even remember this game.
It came out when we were at Game Trailers. I had to do gameplay capture for it, and the FPS one that also came out.
Killzone was huge.
I did a lot of PSP capture. I was a handheld person at GT for a while. There are 2 problems I would consider the most damaging. Wow. Use the word damaging. I don't think I've ever used that in a review.
Brutal.
This is a damaging issue. First is the story is damaging.
Oh my god.
Which is practically non-existent. Well, if it's not there, it can't damage you.
Well, I guess the void that it leaves behind is damaging.
And what is there is told via text between missions.
Oh, brutal.
And the second big problem that is damaging are the controls, such as requiring the lone analog stick not only being movement, but aiming as well. It's movement and aiming. Oh, I remember shit like
that's
this.
Insane.
Like you have to
gotta hold the trigger
or you have to hold down something.
Yeah,
that's not good.
Wow.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, that was a problem.
And double tapping the left shoulder being the dodge roll. I don't like double taps for that. I like single tap or holding down. This makes... Sorry, let me stretch this out a little bit more. This makes things feel clunky and hard to control, but thankfully there are only 16 missions, each taking anywhere from 10 to 45 minutes.
That's not too bad, I guess.
So maximum of 10 hours a game, but somewhere 10, so it's probably less than 10 hours, so it's a 7-hour game. So it's not too much of a time sink. Now that Liberation is in the rearview mirror, I'm looking forward to going through Mercenary, but it is now the slate of 2022 games I've been looking forward to are out. So my Killzone series playthrough is going on hold for a while. This is what Huber was talking about. He couldn't finish Cyberpunk. He started a few months ago, but like he's been swamped. And he's been away from it for like over a month now. Yeah.
Shout out to Killzone 3. This game, Damiani, I remembered. I thought this was a watershed moment in gaming. I said, finally, this game committed to 3D. They had 3D mode, and it looked great. We had it set up on a TV in GT, and I was playing it. I said, I can't believe how good this thing looks. And every single person in the lobby, I think, hated how it looked, though. No one liked it, but I mean, I thought it was clean looking. One of the last games to have 3D mode, Killzone 3.
Before getting started on the new stuff, I bit the bullet and bought The Last of Us Part 1 remastered? Okay. I'm not sure if they mean remastered or not. The most impressive... it's remastered. The most impressive updates to me were seeing very small details like tears, spittle, veins and arms, foliage, individual hairs, and other similar things to include better lighting. Still a phenomenal game no matter what version you choose to play, but personally I really didn't notice any discernible differences in the AI that's been touted. So instead of considering it a remake or remaster, I consider this a PS5 incarnation. Consider this PS5 incarnation and a remodel.
A remodel.
All right, it's a remodel. 2 weeks ago, bought the release of games I was looking forward to. A Plague Tale Requiem, nice. New Tales from the Borderlands, and Gotham Knights. Plague Tale takes priority for me, and as of writing, I'm 4 chapters in. Hopefully I'll have it completed by the time of this showcase. Yet, I want to briefly mention Gotham Knights. Not since Days Gone has there been a game I was anticipating until the day before launch, when reviews absolutely tanked my interest.
Okay.
From what I've heard and watched, it seems like it's uninspiring to play, coupled with a frustrating and unnecessary loot system. Since my sincerest thanks, let me restart that over. So, my sincerest thanks to reviewers out there for saving me $70 and probably just as many hours, if not more. But now, I'm absolutely ecstatic for where, or more accurately when, we are. In 2 days' time, the Entropy Center launches, which appears to be Portal, but with time mechanics. But much more importantly, the embargo for Ragnarok. Well, you got some insider information there? I think it's awesome to let review embargo... Okay, so they're public. Okay. I think it's awesome to let review embargoes be public knowledge, making them an event like the game itself.
Oh, yeah.
Granted, this probably only works with surefire hits, but it's still appreciated all the same. I can't wait for Ragnarok next week.
Ragnarok, my surefire hit, my absolute number one. This is my big star, the one I paid millions for on my team, my league, Damiani. But now, what's the story? Are people pumping the brakes just slightly on Ragnarok? I thought it was supposed to be a 10. I don't know. Is it going to be a 10 or not?
Where are you hearing this?
I'm hearing it's not going to be a 10. This is what I'm hearing, but I don't know. Not for around here. The word on the street is it's not going to be a 10. I'm very upset about this.
This is like, I'm glad I'm not reviewing it, so I don't get influenced by this.
Yeah, Damiani's not involved. This is why I put my ear to the street, the pavement. This is what I've been hearing. It's not a 10.
Yeah, okay, dog.
It makes me very upset.
I will say this put a lot of time into Bayonetta 3. I believe Brad is going to be reviewing it, but we're going to shoot a video right after the showcase, I believe. Brad and I are going to sit down and talk about it, give some like in-depth impressions, just to have something out close to the release.
Pumped.
I have some mixed feelings about that game.
Oh, really?
Some really high highs and some pretty low lows for me. It's been
surprising.
A little bit of a back and forth with that game. Like some things I've tried, some other things I did not like so far.
Interesting. I feel like I didn't even know they're trying new things in it.
Yeah, I'm halfway through it. Yeah. Halfway through
this game, I'm waiting for a review because there's so many games right now. You really have to pick which ones can I afford to get, and Bayonetta 3, I'm waiting for the review.
All right. Well, let's get on to our next submission from Maddie. If you'll do the honors, Dawn.
Maddie says, "Howdy, allies. I wrote another piece for my blog, and this time I'm questioning what's next for Splatoon's single player moving forward. Hope everyone is as well as they can be. Love and respect." Splatoon is arguably Nintendo's most important IP to date. The series has sold extremely well worldwide and in Japan. It's become a cultural phenomenon. Despite originally debuting on the Nintendo Wii U, Splatoon, like other games previously shipwrecked on Nintendo's failed platform, was given a second chance on the Nintendo Switch. While it's mostly known for its competitive multiplayer modes, the developers continue to provide single-player experiences in an attempt to build the world around the competitive modes while simultaneously teaching players how to play the game. I like this. Splatoon's single-player campaign has more or less been a glorified training tutorial for the multiplayer modes, but could it be more? With each new entry, the developers have slowly evolved and made tweaks to the single-player experience, but even with Splatoon 3, it still leaves a lot to be desired. In Splatoon single player, you have a hub-like environment where the levels are located. These levels are known as kettles, and they essentially transport the player to a traditional point A to point B stage filled with platforming challenges and enemy encounters. The levels in Splatoon have always been well designed, even dating back to the original game on Wii U. With that said, they're essentially obstacle courses, suspended amalgamations of concrete and steel. Splatoon 3 is probably the most ambitious entry to date, with its interconnected islands and overworld exploration. However, each island is filled with satisfying goop to clear, hidden scrolls to collect, and other small secrets that can be found off the beaten path. If you survey the entire island, which essentially means 100%ing each area, that's tough, right? You got to get every single drop.
Seems like a lot.
You're rewarded with unique items for your unnecessarily hard to find locker room in the online lobby. I don't think I'm the first person to suggest this, but what if Nintendo took the lessons they learned from Bowser's Fury and applied those ideas to Splatoon single player? Could you imagine if the 6 islands from Splatoon 3 took the platforming and combat sequences from the kettle stages and placed them in a much larger, more grounded, explorable space? I like this. What if Splatoon had Super Mario 64-sized worlds, and instead of Power Star objectives in each level, you add collectible Zapfish instead? Perhaps that's not the developer's intention, considering the approach they've taken has been the same now for 3 games. Outside of some truly epic boss encounters, particularly the final boss sequence, and some interesting lore, Splatoon single player doesn't have an identity, at least in terms of its structure. Since Splatoon 2, each level can be tackled with different weapon choices. Splatoon 3 carries this idea forward, and after clearing every stage with every available weapon, I did learn which weapons I liked, disliked using for when I returned to the multiplayer. So perhaps that was what the developer's intentions all along. For the completionists out there, if you complete every stage in the game at least once, and roll the credits, you unlock a secret bonus stage that's essentially Splatoon 3's Champions Road equivalent from Super Mario 3D World. This level, titled After Alterna, is a series of platforming and shooting sequences that test the player's complete understanding of the game's core mechanics. It took me nearly 3 hours to complete, and the reward is a new badge title for your profile and an additional lore entry for your log. A nice little feather in your cap, Damiani. It was one of the most challenging things I've accomplished all year, and it clearly showcases the potential of Splatoon's single-player gameplay. For the few people on this planet who care more about Splatoon's single-player experience than the multiplayer, I can confirm there's no reward for completing every stage with every available weapon option. Whoa. Spoilers. Splatoon 3 takes some conceptual structural ideas from Splatoon 2's Octo expansion as well. Instead of using power eggs to upgrade your character's equipment like in Splatoon 2's single player, they're used here to either clear the islands of the fuzzy goop that's impeding your progress, or for a small fee they can be used to access particular stages. I think Splatoon 3's single player is a step in the right direction, and when, and not if, a Splatoon 4 releases, similar to how the Inklings evolved from the ocean squid, perhaps they will be ready for their next step in evolution. Everyone loved this, right? Single player in the Splatoon 3. I've only heard very positive things about it, right? Mm-hmm.
We have our resident Splatoon 3, or just Splatoon expert in chat right now.
D-Blood.
No. Blood is an apprentice.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Blood is an apprentice.
Blood's the apprentice.
Blood's an apprentice.
I didn't know. The way he carries himself sometimes around here, I didn't know.
You know, he might be the CEO of Nintendo. He's still, still learning new things.
Still learning the ropes of Splatoon.
That's right.
Bloodworth.
Yeah, I think that's the only thing thing will always be a struggle with me in Splatoon is that I feel like its longevity and it's the largest enjoyment comes from the multiplayer.
Yeah.
I don't gravitate towards most multiplayer games.
I'm the same way.
I don't want to put the time in to get good at them. I pick a handful, stick with them, and they're my comfort games because I can go back and just don't know what I'm doing and don't have to worry about having to learn a long climb up. I like single player games.
Same here. That's why actually for a second this is the first Splatoon to get my attention of what am I gonna actually bite on this, because I was hearing such positive things about this single player. But yeah, they said it's essentially a just elaborate tutorial essentially, it's not quite there yet to get people like me on board.
If there was an entirely single player Splatoon game,
I would be interested.
That was 10 to 15 hour game, I would absolutely.
Same thing. I like the mechanics of it. It's fun to mess around with the physics of it and everything, but yeah, just can't get into the multiplayer element being the dominant central thing.
Mm-hmm. Our next submission comes from James Davey. Hey, Damiani and Don. I want to start by saying thank you for your food reviews, Don.
Oh, nice.
It's great to see new content like this, especially from somebody who has such refreshing takes and humor. I love to see more new and great ideas enrich the Allies' pool of shows.
Nice. Thank you for that compliment.
This month, I want to discuss something that has been pressing me for most of the year. I feel that while Elden Ring is great and an exemplar of the Souls game formula, I'm of the opinion that no matter how great it is, it's not really doing anything strikingly new that we haven't seen before. It's what we expected it to be, and I don't think that makes for a true masterpiece. Dark Souls laid the groundwork, and every game since has followed it, and some have even improved upon it, but they haven't fundamentally changed it properly to become something far greater. I feel the same way about the glut of games following The Last of Us. Ever since The Last of Us came out in 2013, many games have tried to hook us with the emotional story-driven adventure. Again, some of them are brilliant, but they aren't doing anything resoundingly new. It speaks a lot about our culture. We gravitate towards emotionally driven games because we ourselves are hurt. We want to feel connected to video games in a way that reflects our innermost feelings. I think our barometer for true masterpieces stems from those games that become overwhelmingly popular, which does make some degree of sense, but I think it's largely a subjective matter. Personally, I feel Ni no Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch, is a masterpiece as far as the story is concerned. But that's because it strikes a personal chord with me. Oliver is delightful, and his plight makes me feel so much for his situation, and his values and strength of courage and personality resonates powerfully. The game's visuals and soundtrack are sublime as well. I love every inch of Wrath of the Witch's heart and soul. Another thing that irks me is that some truly great games aren't given the proper spotlight. Don may agree with me when I say that Huntdown is definitely one of those games.
That's a good game.
Yes, Huntdown is special to us and those who have played it. But the lack of press and support from the industry is shocking. Indie games have always had an uphill battle to get noticed, which really is messed up. But that's the state of the industry, isn't it? I know it's important to revel and soak in the amazing experiences we have right now. We are very fortunate we have what we have, and it should be embraced. At the same time, I can't ignore the state of reality seeing certain games getting pushed onto a higher pedestal than others, simply because their popularity deems them worthy. This is evident of the stranglehold money plays in our lives every single day. It's a rather glum reality.
I love the way you read
Thanks
that.
for all that you do. Love and respect.
Love and respect to you. I like these comments. I agree on a lot of it. You know, it's a funny thing. The double-edged sword, you say, one part of you says, wow, what a bummer that it's like incredible. There's so many games, so many good games that are flying under our radar, even that are quality games. And a lot of times they're like pretty good production values too on some of these games that are getting completely missed. But on the other hand, you say like, oh, how grateful we are to be in that reality when there's just such a plethora of like great games that great games are going under your radar. So it's a weird kind of situation to be in. Hard to complain about because there's so many good ones. But yeah, I've been coming across quite a few. Just it's unbelievable how many games, small games, or even like the production values on them, and from a small team, and you're like, this is good. There's just not enough press in the world to cover it all. I don't know what's going on.
Definitely understand. This next one,
Joe Caruso. Okay, right. This is my turn. Joe Caruso writes in, was a recent episode of Kyle Bossman's Delayed Input that got me thinking about the possibilities of trying to capture an experience that we will never be able to truly replicate. Kyle was explaining how the Cowabunga collection is a fantastic and high-effort collection of TMNT games, and yet playing those arcade games on the collection is just not the same experience as back in the day. I believe the example he used was, you'll never again know the joy and excitement of having an older kid walk up to the cabinet and drop in a quarter to help you beat a boss. I remember the thrill of the occasional magical moment where 5 of the 6 player stations at an X-Men arcade game were occupied, so I was able to hop in and join the madness, only to have one kid have his parent tell him it's time to leave, resulting in the other kids begging him to stay since we were so close to the final boss. This made me wonder, what if there was a game that could sort of replicate that arcade experience? Imagine a modern game where you play as a kid growing up in the height of the arcades, you spent some time doing household chores, mini games to earn a weekly allowance, and then spend that limited money at the arcade. All the arcade games would be original but heavily inspired by the classics, with at least one option per genre. If it isn't a single player game, there would be other NPCs at the arcade. Maybe sometimes there is a crowd around a fighting game and you can only watch. Maybe there's a lonely kid playing a beat 'em up or light game cabinet you can join mid-game. Sometimes you'll run into a local friend who will join you, only to have their parent pull them away for a while. What if you run out of money, but sometimes the person you're playing with will spot you an extra quarter, so you keep playing, or vice versa? While a lot of this might sound aggravating for the sake of realism, there's one thing about the arcade experience that would have to change for the better. The games would be fairly balanced, no boss battles with unavoidable attacks. Maybe a game like this already exists and I'm unaware of it, but I can't help but fantasize about it. Don, I've been greatly enjoying your food reviews. Thank you for the compliment. That's awesome. My girlfriend and I really bond over cooking and ordering delicious food, so your reviews are very satisfying to watch. That's awesome to hear. Your hilarious video editing choices do not go unnoticed. My favorite food ever is either crispy duck, yum, at a Thai restaurant in Virginia, or the steak burrito at a Mexican restaurant at Wildwood, New Jersey. Wildwood, New Jersey, someplace I've always wanted to go. They have some arcades in
Really? Wildwood?
Wildwood, I've always wanted to go there. There's a couple arcades.
Jersey.
Randy's, I think Randy's arcade over there. Duck. When you eat duck, do you get the neck with it, Damiani? This is something I've always wondered.
I'm not sure. So anytime I've ever gotten duck, it's either already been sliced up, or it looks like a rotisserie chicken.
Yeah, for some reason I was wondering.
I feel like maybe the neck has been included in some.
I've always wanted to eat a duck neck,
but it's just like the is it Peking duck sauce,
Peking duck,
hoisin or what? And sometimes it's hoisin, sometimes it's like a different Peking sauce.
Yeah,
really good. It's kind of pricey. You know, you're kind of splurging when you go for that.
Yeah, that's why I've never tasted this duck neck, Damiani. I can't afford this stuff.
Oh, I don't know about neck. I don't think I've ever...
The neck is really pricey, probably.
Dang.
Look, these are some beautiful comments. I love them. I love what you brought us back to those moments, so many of those familiar moments. If you did have the opportunity of growing up in an arcade, I was a little kid, Damiani. I lived about 3 blocks from the mall growing up, so I got to walk over there. My parents were very cool with me sort of doing stuff on my own. So I'd be able to go to the mall all the time, play this arcade. So I had a lot of these experiences. It's funny because when... whatever, online, multiplayer, the proliferation, you thought, as a kid, I would have thought this is the arcade player's dream, because essentially we do have what you're saying, just with the, but it's a whole different experience, as you know. It's not the experience you're talking about, the camaraderie. You don't feel a lot of that. But sometimes you do. I mean, I guess you find your community, you do. But, you know, I mean, because the same thing happened. Arcades wasn't always a fun time. Sometimes you had a jerk coming up, dropping a quarter in, you know, next to you. And sometimes you had, you know, intimidating older kids coming up talking crap. Yeah, it wasn't always like honky-dory in an arcade. It was sometimes very intimidating, especially to be a little kid. The other thing I want to say, though, regarding talking about that game idea, it's funny because I've always wanted that kind of thing, too, where the whole sort of experience is there. And so many of these arcade simulators that have come out over time, I'm thinking about the newest being, what is it, Arcade Paradise?
That's what I thought they were
The only thing these games are missing that would make them so perfect, exactly what you're talking about. The one and only Isla Hink has joined the party.
Hi.
Tell me if you agree, Isla. If somehow they could get the licenses, like if you had the exact game of Arcade Paradise, but they had licensed emulations of all those genres, so you're playing the real games, you know, from the arcade, I think that would make the world of difference. And Arcade Paradise, I think, is essentially what you're kind of talking about. But it's just missing those licenses, the impossible thing to do. It can't be done, right? To get that many retro licenses together. And,
not since Roger Rabbit.
Exactly.
Has such as this taken place.
It's just not possible.
Don, what's the scuttlebutt? The rumor on the street is there are brownies around here somewhere?
There's not a brownie. We didn't want to say this in front of Damiani.
Oh.
There's a brookie in the other room. Help yourself. There's a knife, cut it up, giant brookie.
What the hell is it? I don't even know.
Okay,
you don't
good.
want to know,
Good.
Damiani.
Where is it? Whisper it to me.
The green room.
Okay.
Knife. Follow the smell of chocolate. Enjoy.
That is the real reason Isla came in here.
Yes.
Isla wanted some sweets.
Had to wait a long time to get the info.
The Dawn food.
You to hear like a
showcase.
long rant. Yeah.
Oh, right. Hope we all get to enjoy the foods we love long into our old age. Time to find something to nosh on.
Okay, so Pixelated is saying Arcade Paradise has no interaction with other people, which is what this person wants. Good point. So that's what it's missing. Yeah. It's missing any sort of multiplayer component.
Like through VR, you could go to like a replica cabinet in VR with other people remotely. So like you look next to each other, you see everyone like their model. Yeah. You're all looking at the same screen together, and like it replicates you like hitting your hands hitting buttons. So like, I mean, you can do it virtually like that, but I don't know. Honestly, just wait for time machines to be invented and just go back to arcades.
You never know. Yeah,
I mean, play it. Go to an arcade and play there and enjoy it again. I mean, or go to an existing arcade right now and like go play it. I mean, you'll find that the trade-off is convenience. Arcades, especially in the U.S. and around the world, that have died for a reason. It's just convenience. People have more access and prefer to play games on their own sometimes, or through the comfort of their own room with other people. But it is a different experience. It is definitely different. I do remember the best would always be when a kid had to leave. Their characters be there, and those on Simpsons or X-Men.
Someone else jump in for a free game.
You have to like move them because you couldn't progress if the character didn't move with you. So everyone had to please just kill them.
My favorite that always happened is a lot of times in that situation you'd have someone have to drop out, their credits still going. You just like call some random person. Hey, there's a free game right here if you want to jump on. Or a lot of times you just come upon that situation where someone's like, I gotta go, but I got some quarters in there. Did that ever happen to you, Tommy? That would happen occasionally, and that was like the greatest feeling on the world when you're like, what? I have a free game I just walked up to and just play 1 credit.
It's
funny how 25 cents could be so meaningful.
Going to all the machines and like feeling for a quarter or token and one being in there is like, one more play.
One more milling around searching phone booth. You know, there used to be phone booths. This is a source of arcade money. They don't exist anymore. I'm very
There's definitely a lot of things that like didn't exist like for us. Like, period. Yeah. I mean, that's how it's going to be in reality. There will be things that will just not exist at some point. Yeah. The thing about like our lifetimes, there'll probably be no more bookstores, or at least they're very hard to find. Right? They'll be like arcades, where it's like so hard to find a real bookstore. Yeah. So like going and sitting down and like browsing through books, like and touching them and stuff. That's like, be careful. Yeah.
Good point, Damiani. Well. Yeah.
All right. Our last text submission from Level Capybara. Hi, Damiani. Hi, Don. Happy November. May both of your turkey weens be bountiful.
Thank you.
In the spirit of Thanksgiving, I just want to say a quick thanks to both of you for what you do. Damiani, you've been doing wonderful work on the community showcases. Your reviews are continually insightful and entertaining. Your stray review from earlier in the year may be one of the cutest reviews I've ever seen and or heard. And Don, your wave race streams bring me back fun
Nice,
memories.
yeah.
Like warm up time, follow that dolphin. And your food reviews are always as fun and enticing as the foods you're sampling. In closing, thanks for everything and keep up the great work. Love and respect, Level Capybara.
Thank you for that nice compliments. Those
Don,
are really nice.
I do have an
That means a
idea.
lot.
I need to do it on a Saturday, though.
Okay.
I don't know how we got to do this. I don't know if we should make an incentive for something as well.
There's got to be a way to do
Because this might be valuable. I want to come in on a Saturday, because I can eat anything on a Saturday, almost anything on a Saturday. I want to bring in Raising Cane's.
Yeah.
And I want every single other ally to pick another type of sauce that I must choose to dip in.
Do some kind of blind taste test or something?
No, and then I'm going to do a ranking of those, of
ranking?
Raising Cane's and other
What
sauces.
about an identification, though? You think you could identify it out of
I
10
wouldn't
sauces
know.
easily?
That's a different thing.
You could, but would you be able to
I don't know
confidently?
if I could.
You don't know.
Yeah, I don't know about that. But I want everyone to bring a sauce they think is amazing. And I'm going to rank them. And we're going to see if I still stand by cane sauce
I would
at
love
the end
this.
of it.
This has to be a big event.
Yeah.
This has to be a big event.
Like to challenge it.
Yeah.
Also, sorry, before we move into the image section, gotta say I'm so excited. A place called BBQ Chicken just opened up by me.
Okay.
It is a Korean wing place. Just opened this weekend, so I'm gonna hit it up on
yummy.
Saturday. They have like 9 different types of flavors. And
I love
they
that.
have the flavor I think I've been missing for like years now. Oh man, it's like on the menu, it's like not the golden one in the middle. That's like there's some garlic, golden, and then there's like an orange, like kind of like coated one.
Yeah.
That is the one I've been looking for. Waiting for this.
Damiani desires
I don't care what
the
it costs.
sauce.
I'm gonna go for whatever gives me the most variety of flavors, so I can get a wide plethora to choose from, and then I'll know which one I like the most and go with that going forward.
I love that. 9 options, something like that.
So excited for it.
You're gonna have to. What do you do? How do you clear the palate if you order multiple flavors of Korean chicken? How do you clear the palate between flavors so that you're getting a nice clean? You know what I mean?
Oh, I can-
Sometimes you do with the ginger. With
I won't
sushi.
go. I
What
won't
do you
go.
do
I
to-
won't go too crazy on the because
a variety in one sitting. You wouldn't do all 9 flavors
I'm
in
gonna
one
do like
sitting.
so. Basically, I don't know how many how they sell them. I haven't looked at it yet. Like I'll look on Saturday. But my number one goal is on their menu. Like when you go to their website and you go to their menu, it's like 3 columns on there's one row has 3 options.
Yeah.
And then it keeps scrolling down. The first row, I want to try everything on the first row.
I
There's 3.
see.
There's 3 there.
I see.
And I think those are all kind of like close together. Yeah.
Pickled radish works well. Yeah, this is like sushi, right? Bengal Party. So Bengal Party brings up the point. You can clear your palate of any kind of food you're eating with pickled radish, I suppose.
All right. Now it's time for our images. So let's switch on over
this
here.
I like.
And not show the infinite.
I love
Oh,
this.
wrong thing. How do I get rid of this? There it is. There we go. Sorry. Infinite. All right. Our first submission, this is going to be you, Don.
Okay.
From RF Switch. And just make a note of the pronunciation for the character. It's this character. It's Themis. All right.
Oh, this should be good. Oh, this is me?
Yeah, this you actually.
I thought I just went. Oh my gosh.
No, I did level Capybara.
RF Switch. All right, I'm lucky. I get to read RF Switch. Let's see. This is gonna be very good. Themis. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Themis. Okay. Greetings, Damiani and Don. I decided to wait until there was a possibility that you would come back, Don. Since you're here, let me tell you about what I do. I am a novelist of dubious skills, and I write a series called Themis, the Cat Girl. It is a teen series about nerds standing up to and fighting against bullies in a superhero universe, where the main character is a 6'6" feline humanoid with an earthen rainbow of hair colors. But you can probably see that with this nice little drawing I did in Clip Studio. Awesome. How did I say that? But you can probably see that with this nice little drawing I did in Clip Studio. Is the way I guess I should read it. Look at this. This is an awesome drawing, right? So this is a rad character. I love this. If I had to describe it in terms of genre, my series would be called Young Adult Modern Fantasy, with elements of science fiction and traditional fantasy woven in. To go even further, it's a story about bonds, about standing by what's right, using brain instead of brawn to solve problems, friendship, and romance, and that you can be a hero just by helping others. Also, as far as superpowers are concerned, one character is a powerful psychic, while another has replication powers. Oh, one can manipulate the elemental forces, another can turn into a dragon man, and one can even manipulate a person's dreams and nightmares.
Whoa.
I like it, just like Freddy.
Sandman.
Over the last 2 years, I've given a taste of Themis, the cat girl, through short stories, showing off the heroes, the villains, and everything in between. They are currently not available as I am rewriting them, making entirely new stories, and preparing a better site to post my work to. This is incredible. I will also be looking for voice actors. Maybe I can hire that Brandon Jones guy and look into commissioning a few musicians. I've worked with Mr. Coneman, and I may ask Kevin Gillet at some point to make audiobooks for everything and bring my characters to life. Until then, I hope you like what you've seen and heard. Also, Don, if I were to write a short story exclusively for you, what kind of genre would you want it to be? That's it for me. I gotta go back to writing. Have a good day, everyone. Love and respect, RF Switch. P.S. Since I mentioned them, the tarot cards... Oh, wait, tarot.
Tarot, yeah.
The tarot card that best represents Kevin Gillet is Major Arcana 1, the Magician. This shouldn't come as a surprise since he is wizard at making music, and the card represents creativity and manifesting it. Rad. This is awesome. I can't imagine all the elements. I've never, had any kind of power to do art, to do graphic novel type stuff. To do all these things, the writing and the art and everything, is unbelievable for me to wrap my mind around. It's always impressive when I see someone putting something like this together. And then to be planning audiobooks and everything, that's wild. It's a huge undertaking.
Yeah.
I like what we see so far, though. I hope you'll share more of this. How did we never know this? That you're working on this.
Oh,
Sounds like
we some of us have known.
You did? I didn't know this.
They just wanted to reintroduce it for you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I think it's looking very nice.
Our next submission comes from Sarah Knight. Hello, Damiani and Don. Oh, did you answer about the genre real quick?
Oh, geez, that's tough. I mean, I'm really open to anything, I guess. I wouldn't be, I really wouldn't mind any genre. I don't know. There's not one I'm...
All right.
Yeah, not offhand. I guess I could think about it.
Okay, while you think. This next submission from Sarah Knight. Hello, Damiani and Don. Hope you are doing well and had a fun and safe Halloween. As of the recording of this showcase, the first 6 episodes of my webcomic are out now, and new episodes won't be coming out until hopefully March of next year. So far, I am absolutely loving this project and all the twists and turns that I've come up with, and I can't wait to share all of that and more next year. As for the entry, this is a scene from episode 2 that just ended up being one of my favorite scenes to make. If you guys want to play as the characters, you can go right ahead. Have some fun. Hope you guys continue to stay safe and be awesome to everyone around you. Much love and respect, Sarah Knight. So
awesome.
Check these
Mazel
out.
tov. Congratulations on the first 6 episodes being out now.
Oh, yeah. This is the new version. Alright, so here we go.
Whoa, this is good.
Alright, are these fruit fresh? What do you think? Of course they're fresh. Look at that. I don't know. That apple there is not looking particularly fresh. Is it even supposed to be that color? That's great.
This is good.
Of course it is! Brown means it's fresh! I thought they're supposed to be red. That's That's a myth. All apples are supposed to be brown.
This is good.
Oh, wait, where did I leave off? Is that right? Do you think you can look and see if there are more brown apples? I'm not seeing that many. Stupid kid. Doesn't know what good apples look like when he sees them. Yep, of course. Of course.
That's very good.
Just double check for me back there. Just walking away. Will he realize?
Oh.
There we go. She's like, oh, where'd he go? There we go. Yep. Lousy rotten thief. There you go.
Good.
That's perfect.
Nice stuff. Look at his teeth on that one. He's
I know.
real furious.
Like, yeah, it's like I don't want to be near that. That's scary.
So good.
Very good stuff. Sarah.
Nice stuff.
Yeah.
Congrats on making progress
Next
on
March.
that. Something to look forward to. 2023.
All right, we got our next submission from Michelle Jackson.
All right, Michelle Jackson writes in, hello, Damiani and Don. I hope you both had a good Halloween. This time I'm submitting some photos I took throughout the month. Awesome.
Now,
Wow.
before we get to the first one, I know
Okay.
you're in chat, Michelle. I make a special request for you. I definitely can convert files. It's not that hard. If you want to do me a favor going forward, the HEIC format cannot be seen by OBS or XSplit. So is there any way to export them as something else, like JPEG or PNG, usually the best? Otherwise, I can keep doing it, but it would make my life so much easier. So with that out of the way, let's get the first one up. Sorry. Here we go. All right, so number 1 was where we left off.
Okay, number 1. Wow, look at this. This is awesome. While Lolita fashion is not a costume, it is common practice in the community to dress festively for the season. This was my Halloween celebration coordinate. Really
So
awesome.
elaborate.
Jeez, I know a lot of work went into
Like a
this.
kitty, black cat.
So nice. This is rad.
Does this sorry if this is outdated. Does this classify as, what is it called, EGL? Like 10, 15 years ago, it used to be something called EGL, Elegant Gothic Lolita. I don't know if that's what this is. Like in the cosplay community, that was like something that kept coming up. I don't know if that's like outdated, doesn't like not a thing anymore, but
This is rad.
last time you submitted, I was trying to remember and I remember it now, so sorry to derail, but really good stuff.
This is very nice.
This is EGL. It still exists. Okay,
Nice.
good. Hey.
Sick.
All right, let's
EGL, some sick EGL.
check out the second one here. All right, you want to...
Dude, this is so good. Another autumnal coordinate.
Yeah.
Autumnal.
Dang. That's really good.
Nice shoes.
Ooh.
Password to Larkspur Lane.
Oh.
Whoa, that's a cool book too. Detail shot for the previous coordinate.
Yeah, look at the rings.
I know. Awesome little
Yeah.
accessories here. And the buttons on that are so cool. And Password to Larkspur Lane. I've never read this. Have you? You know anything about Larkspur, Damiani? I believe that's Northern
it's Nancy
California.
Drew, isn't it?
Yeah, Larkspur. I think it's
I
Northern
feel like-
California, isn't it?
I feel like I've heard this before. Maybe I haven't read it, but I feel like I'm aware of it.
Oh no, what do we have
here we go, Don.
Oh my
Here we
gosh,
go,
this
Don.
looks succulent. Holy
Read
smokes.
what it is.
I want to feast on this. 2 members of the local Lolita community held a joint birthday party. It was my first time having hot pot. It was super tasty. Oh, it looks good.
Ooh, here we go.
Juicy corn. Oh my.
There it is in action.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, look at that. Holy smokes, I want to suck that down. That looks so yummy. Hot pot in action.
All right.
Gosh, that looks yummy.
This is what they wore to the lunch.
Nice. This is awesome. The lighting looks so
Wow.
nice too here, like vibrant. I love it. This is 7?
Yeah.
Oh no, this
Sorry,
is
this
6.
is 6.
My coordinate for the
6.
birthday lunch.
Mhm.
Jeez, this is beautiful. What a lunch. Feasting on hot pot.
Well, what we got here? Oh, we gotta rotate this. I gotta rotate this. Hang on. rotate. this
Hot
way.
Pot is so good.
Oh, Hello
Look at this
Kitty
awesome
Cafe. Read this.
On Halloween weekend, the Hello Kitty Cafe truck made a stop in Arizona, so me and some friends went to go fill up on merch.
Securing that
so
merch.
cool. That's nice.
Nice. Last.
I wonder what the snacks they're selling out of that truck are.
Oh, I gotta rotate this too. I don't know why it does this. There we go.
Later that day, I attended the ITZY concert in Phoenix. They're one of my favorite K-pop groups.
Is Gabby here?
And I screamed so much that I lost my voice. Let's get Gabby in here. See if
Gabby,
she starts screaming.
are
She
you
might
here?
start screaming also. Prepare yourself. Prepare your ears. Is Gabby in the house? Paige and Gabby. We'll see.
I gotta see
Damiani's going
Gabby's
to
here.
check if Gabby's here. She's going to want to
Gotta
see
get
this.
Gabby's reaction.
Gabby's going to want to see this, I think. We'll see how she reacts. We'll see. Gosh, that hot pot is looking very yummy.
Reaction to something. But that's okay. On the showcase, Michelle Jackson submitted a photo.
I have had hot pot before and I loved it. I've had it a few times. Okay, here we go. We're gonna
Okay,
find out
so
now what
Gabby,
the deal is.
You know what is this? Can you recognize them?
Looks like ITZY.
Wow, absolutely
This is a
unbelievable.
photo.
The, that looks like Yeji, Young, and probably.
Has identified individual members. There's a concert in Phoenix that took place. You weren't there.
It's a concert in Phoenix.
Are you jealous you were not there, Gabby?
They're my favorite girl group, so I am jealous.
Have you gone to see them anytime in
No,
recent
I
history?
have.
None,
No,
or ever?
they came to KCON, so I saw them.
You
do
were
like
able
a
to see them
brief
there.
set.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow,
All right.
so
You'd appreciate this. Thank you,
Gabby's
Gabby.
impressed. Gabby's very
Lucky, you're
impressed.
very lucky.
It looks like you had pretty good seats too. Huh?
Yeah,
Look at
that's
this.
really close.
Pretty close. It's a nice angle.
It's really cool.
That must have been a fun show.
All right. Good stuff, Michelle. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you, Michelle.
Next set of images come from Sebastian Hall, aka Lodius.
Nice.
Hello, Damiani and Don. It's been a while since I submitted to the showcase. Life and all that. Thought, however, that it was time to once again show off some Star Citizen screenshots from one of my recent adventures.
All right.
All right, here we go. Let's get these loaded up. Get back in here. Boom.
Oh man, this is gonna be fun.
All right. After a bit of a break, I thought I would jump in to check some of the new stuff happening. Initially, I was just going to fly around and do a couple of missions when I got a ping from my organization asking if I wanted to join in on a search and rescue mission.
Sick.
All right, so look at that rescue. Look at that. They're ready to go there.
Drop down
All
on
right.
the planet. Here we
We
go.
all geared up and joined up in a Cutlass Steel and made our way over to the forest of Microtech. We only had a vague idea of what we were heading into. Sorry, we only had a vague idea of where we were heading until I heard a voice over the comms. Wreck ahead. Oh, look at that.
Big wreck.
Looking out the side, I could see a massive wreck of a reclaimer ship among some trees. This is an absolutely massive ship, but it might have some good loot.
Looks like it's been here for a little while too.
With good loot comes great risk of other players trying to claim it as well, so we had to be careful. All right. My team quickly dropped me off to be Overwatch before they flew off and landed a bit further away to later move in by foot. Look at that.
Looks sick.
Once they had secured the entrance to the wreck, I made my way down to them. All right, here we go. Look at that.
Oh, it is overgrown. Look at it. It's been here a while.
Yeah.
This is gonna be fun.
We slowly started clearing the ship, watching out for proximity mines and potential enemies hiding inside. So, what are we actually looking for, I asked. We got a VIP to extract. Eyes forward, the squad leader whispered.
Whoa,
okay. After a long while, slowly moving forward, I heard a shell fall over and quietly snuck over to investigate. Uh-oh.
This is good.
Uh-oh.
Oh man.
Behind the shelf sat a girl trying to hide from my flashlight. I think I found the VIP, I called over the comms. Roger, the squad leader hurried over. Another call came over the radio. We got another ship coming in, and it doesn't look friendly.
Here we go.
Realizing we were running out of time, we made our way towards the exit, taking defensive positions. Ooh.
This is rad, intense. Here we
Enemy
go.
ship coming in. Uh-oh. It didn't take long until a massive gunfight broke out between us and the enemy players. They were here for the girl, too.
Oh, no.
We managed to take out a few players, but quickly realized that we were outgunned. I took the girl with me and started to look for another exit. Uh-oh. Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
Uh-oh. It didn't take long to find a hole in the side to sneak out through. Luckily, the cutlass steel was close by, and the pilot could pick us up so we could extract. But what about the rest of the squad? After making it to the space station, I quickly jumped over to my Arrow, a small but agile ship, and headed down to the wreck where the squad was still fighting. After firing at the enemy ship that was landed outside, they saw my weak ship and decided to abandon the fight and chase after me. What they didn't know is that our organization had a hammerhead in orbit waiting for them. And, well, you can see the result in this last picture. Mission success.
Disintegrated. I
Hope you
love it.
enjoyed my adventure. Love and respect, Lodius.
That was rad. Thanks for sharing the adventure. How sick was that?
There
Dude,
you go.
so
Your dog would
cool.
love that, too.
So cool.
Yeah.
I love that.
Oh, really good.
This is good stuff today.
All right. Our next submission comes from Mo Grant.
Alrighty, Mo Grant. Hey Damiani and Don, I'm back again with another update for our upcoming comic, Max Axel and the Wild Circuit.
Oh, Don's gonna love this.
To catch Don up, this is a self-contained one-shot story about a fun, cartoony race filled with unpredictably off-the-wall racers that takes inspiration from the video games, anime, and Saturday morning cartoons. As we get ready to enter the final lap of production, we're happy to be able to bring you some of the color detail pages that we have completed. Oh, this is going to be nice. Below, you'll find the color flats of the 3 pages we sent last time, along with the new color detail updates. So you're really going to get to appreciate this, I guess. We are also showing 2 brand new full colored pages, as well as an updated look at the cover art. Our first WIP page shows the titular star Max Axel taking an early lead. This is going to be good. Wow, this is rad. So wait, Damiani, did you see this image already, but before it was in the state or not yet? Maybe.
Yeah, so we've been getting updates.
Okay.
So we show the page 1 pics. So again, this is Max Axel taking the early lead. So that's the watch how this changes, Don. This is so
Okay.
awesome. Let me give you a clearer look of that as I switch it.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Oh, wow.
Let's look at that.
Looking sick.
Yeah, and that
Unreal.
like the atmosphere, setting the tone there.
Really nice. Solid.
All right. I think that is the last of the page 1. Yeah, so we go to page 2 now. So here we go.
Suddenly appearing in first place on the second page, it's the cunning chameleon twins, Karina and Cassie. This is awesome.
Yeah.
Karina and Cassie Chameleon.
Oh wait, sorry, I got this backwards. This is the first ones.
For a second,
were
I thought the shark was one of the twins.
Yeah, sorry. The first ones were the 3 pages they sent last time. Sorry. So check this out. Yeah, we're.
Ready?
Oh no, I went to the wrong image. I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I think
skipped
they were
over.
swapped.
Here we go. So
There we go.
Sorry, this is what we were supposed to be showing. So
Yeah.
yes, this is correct. Sorry. So this is suddenly appearing in first place on the second page. It's the cunning chameleon twins, Karina and Cassie.
Look at their car.
Yeah. This has gotten like a lot of likes.
That
and
is
then
so
check out
rad.
this. Watch this. Boom. Yeah.
Oh, this is so rad. Look at it now. So the chameleon, does this car change colors? Have we seen it do this?
Oh.
My gosh, this is rad.
Well, if you saw on the
I
page,
love that bottom
did you
shot.
see what happened on the first page?
Yeah.
Look in the bottom.
Oh, there. Yeah. Floating.
Yeah.
Little smoking.
There you go. All right.
Page 3, the third page features the fire-breathing lizard shark and the futuristic speed hawk battling for position after a big jump.
Oh, yeah. Here we go.
So we see him right there. Here it is. So nice. Wow. This is
Wow.
rad as hell. Look
This
at the
looks so
desert they're
good.
racing through.
Yeah.
What's his name? The lizard shark?
Yeah,
and
lizard shark.
And speed hawk. Holy smokes, this is rad.
All right. Over here.
I love his little sailor hat. So cool. Speedhawk hits the turbo on page 4 with Lizard Shark hitching a ride
The harpoon gun.
with his harpoon gun.
Look
There it
at
is.
That. Look at that. The firing it.
Dunk.
Yeah. I just want this game.
I know. This is rad.
Oh man, this is so.
This is excellent. I mean, it looks like a live action storyboard. The action is so cool in this. The sequence you could really picture.
Yeah. So this is the only page for that. All right. Next.
Page 5 shows Max breaking away from the pack as he prepares for a crazy maneuver. I like the sound of that.
Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. This is rad. What a high-speed sequence. Holy smokes.
Yeah.
Non-stop action. And the final page is the current version of the cover for the issue. Oh, this should be interesting.
Yeah. Look at this.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that
Yeah,
perspective.
yeah,
That is
that.
so cool. The world's upside down. Look at that. So rad. Do you have what it takes to complete the wild circuit?
Like
Max
it's like on the back of the
Axel and
box.
the
The Super
Wild
Nintendo box. I'm looking
Circuit.
at the back of it.
It'd
right
be
now.
a cool t-shirt too. The race of the century is at your fingertips. How fun. This is awesome. Lucky 33 presents. Is that what that says? Lucky 33?
Yeah, so if, keep
Presents.
reading. We'll,
Thanks again for everyone for the love and support. As always, anyone, you can find more amazing art at our artist website, jrcomicart.com. And more of our previous comics at lucky33comics.com. Sick.
it's pretty good stuff. All right. It's
Thanks for
time.
sharing that.
Yeah.
It is looking very nice. I love those jets shooting out of the back of that other vehicle in the background.
It's time to put our headsets
Audio.
on, Don.
Okay.
We need some audio.
16 pages of jam-packed nonstop action. Wow.
We are now in the audio section, and our lone audio submission comes from Kevin Gillet. Hello, Damiani and Casanova. Halloween is still lingering. I'm giving you an arrangement of a track from one of my Halloween-themed video games growing up, Pugsley's Scavenger
Oh,
Hunt
sweet.
for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, which was a tie-in with the 1992 animated Addams Family TV show. I highly recommend it for a future Halloween stream, though beware of the difficulty. You can infamously die in the hub before even entering into a level. Love and respect. Here we go.
This should be nice.
Ready for this?
Yep. Oh man. That Super Nintendo sound chip. remember which Addams Family game I played at back in the day. I don't think it was this one. There was some old Addams Family game I played. Either I rented it sometime. It was probably for Super Nintendo. It's a good track.
Fester's Quest.
Oh, maybe that's what it was.
That's a very
Fester's
famous
Quest.
one.
That's what it was. It was Fester's Quest. That one was also extremely hard. Yeah, this is good. Like this made it so much more tolerable. It's super difficult to hold games when they did have a soundtrack that was like this. It's like it really eased the pain of having to redo certain areas. Bravo.
Very good.
Absolutely fabulous.
Thank you, Kevin, for sharing your wonderful
Wow,
works.
that was sick as hell.
And now it is time for our final segment, our videos, starting with none other than Alexander Zirinov,
Videos, awesome.
which means it's time for some more Apex Legends.
Sick.
All right, Dawn, if you do the honors.
Alrighty, Alexander Zirinov. Hello, allies. I'm continuing highlighting Apex Legend characters, and today we'll talk about Revenant. Caleb Cross was known as a man with no morals and the greatest assassin working for the Syndicate. After many years of murder, one of Caleb's target managed to poison and drown him. Syndicate quickly retrieved his body and attempted to preserve Cross's consciousness in a robotic shell. Their attempts were failing until researchers decided to keep Caleb's biological brain in his head and connect it to a robotic body remotely. For the next 300 years, the simulacrum, known as Revenant, worked as Syndicate's hitman, with his mind being reconnected to a new body each time his current was destroyed. While murdering Loba's parents, one of his protective systems got damaged, making him aware of his robotic form and unlocking painful memories of all his previous deaths. Revenant sought vengeance, and since his creators were long gone, he took it against all skin suits. Eventually, Syndicate decided to put him into Apex games to satiate his unending bloodlust. When Loba grew up and joined Apex Games, she convinced other legends to help her search for Revenant's head. Just after they locate it, Revenant reveals that he is suffering and desires to die. Wanting him to suffer like she had, Loba decided to lose his head instead of destroying it. When Revenant learned about this, he promised to turn Loba's life into hell by targeting those whom she loves with all her heart. Recently, Valkyrie secretly approached Revenant and offered a deal. She will bring him his head if he leaves Loba alone. In terms of gameplay, Revenant is an offensive legend. With his passive ability, Revenant can climb very tall walls, and he moves crouched with normal walking speed. This enables you to easily reach high ground and make yourself a smaller target without sacrificing your mobility. Revenant's tactical ability throws Silence Bomb that deals damage and temporarily disables opponents' abilities. The bomb can be thrown while performing other actions, and it allows you to block narrow passages and discover sneaking opponents. It can also be used as a visual cover. Revenant's ultimate ability summons a totem that temporarily transforms into a shadow anyone who summons a totem that temporarily transforms into a shadow anyone who uses it. As a shadow, you can't use healing items and you have no shield. But if you die in this form, you will immediately respawn near the totem as your normal self. Thank you. This allows you to safely perform otherwise risky actions and deal some opening damage to enemies as a shadow before continuing the push normally. However, opponents can destroy or use your totem themselves, so you need to be careful when picking a place for it. I like Revenant because he constantly finds ways to get other characters to do things they will regret doing. In this video, I've tried to highlight his abilities as well as his interactions with Valkyrie, Loba, and other legends. This is just a small taste. The game has much more than I can possibly show in just 3 minutes. Let's take a gander.
Look at it this way. At least you get to die.
Awesome.
I'm Jumpmaster. Better follow me if you want to die last.
Does it have volume?
Enemy right here.
Okay.
Skin suit. Shut up. You are real good. Welcome to the shadows. Return to the totem.
Firm. Firm
See if I
kill.
can find something that cuts deeper. Found a hop up here. Skull piercer. My favorite.
Skull.
Oh, you're down. Begging is good for the soul. You're better off dead, but I could use the cover. Get up before I kill you myself.
Just for that, you can keep your job.
How many times do I have to say it? Your cover.
Yeah, thanks. Look, about our deal.
This don't make us square, Kyrie.
The deal's staying between us, right?
My lips would be sealed if I had lips. Reloading. Kill the skin suit.
Quite the killer, as always.
You're being nice to me? Giving up the ghost? Oh, ghosts.
Shut up, Demonio. Your voice is grating.
The world's crumbling, girlie. Thought you could use a pal.
Get bumped.
Lost my head. Almost lost your friend. I just feel bad for you.
Whoever hurt Jamie will pay. You will never stop paying.
Think you know vengeance? Not even close. You still owe me, little birdie.
I don't owe you squat until you back off my girl tinfoil.
Just make good on that deal, little birdie, and I'll back off. For good.
Champion eliminated.
Next time we kill a champion, I'm taking my time. Nice and slow.
Nice.
We all kill. I just really, really enjoy it.
Some cool interaction.
You are the Apex Champions.
Well, there you go.
Wow, very impressive, very impressive.
Yep.
Love it.
Our next video comes from Damon, Radioactive Magic. Hello, Damiani and Don. Wonderful to see you both. Unfortunately, things got busy again, and I didn't have enough time to get the next episode out for this last month. However, I did release a 1-minute video thanking the people who subscribed to my channel thus far a little while ago. Since it's a shorter video, I thought I would take this opportunity to chat a bit. I've been putting out these videos for a little over a year now, can you believe it? And although the YouTube algorithm does not bless me with attention, I'm very grateful for the people who watch them. I have gotten some really great comments either complimenting my work or giving their own ideas for Pokemon. I love them all. I hope once the series is finished, I do a follow. I hope once the series is finished, to do a follow-up video or two discussing some of the great ideas people have shared over time and how different ideas have connected to different topics over time too. When I do get the next video out and show you all next showcase, it will be about the villains of Pokemon. Hope everyone has been super well and enjoying the showcase so far. Love and respect, Damon.
Excellent.
Hey everyone, I just hit 500 subscribers and I just want to quickly say thank you. I know that is not a lot compared to other channels out there, but I really truly wanted to thank you. You are the first 500 people who saw what I was showing and listened to what I had to say and thought, I want more. So I really appreciate it. Although I won't even think about starting a Patreon until maybe I hit 1,000, but I did want to let you know a little bit about what is coming in the future. Basically, although I have several episodes left of my study on Pokemon, it will come to an end, and I'll be going into game design on some other popular video games that I'm enjoying greatly, but still have some thoughts about how they could be improved. I don't know how long my journey as a YouTuber will run for, but I'm having a great time and I hope you are too. So that's it for now, continue to be wonderful, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers!
Awesome update. Congrats on the 500. Mazel tov, this is good news. Trucking along.
Congrats. All right. Next video comes from Ingsy.
Alrighty. Is this me?
Yes.
Inksy writes in, Hi Damiani and Don. Long ago I shared a scene I animated from your guys' own show, Tabletop Escapades. The plan was to make more back then, but time just flies sometimes. However, I finally managed to finish another little scene and wanted to share it with you. So here is a new scene from Tabletop Escapades, Season 1, Episode 10 to be exact, featuring Law the Dwarf, Huber, and Kuo the fishman, Ben, looking for an eye patch downtown. Might be a bit random out of context, but hopefully a fun throwback for fans of Tabletop Escapades. Hope to share some more soon. Love and respect.
All right.
Alrighty, Inksy, let's take a gander.
Speaking of Kuo, that is where I would like to start today.
Nice.
Law and Kuo were on their way to get the
man,
Fishman
this is
an
good.
eye patch.
Excellent.
So, you're walking along and...
With my arm around Kuo.
Your arm around Kuo.
Obviously.
I don't believe you know where the tailor is that correct?
Yeah,
okay.
we're looking.
Okay, you're just looking.
We're walking through town.
Okay.
And I say, fine day today, Kuo. Wouldn't you agree?
I can't see.
We're gonna fix that, don't worry. Your eye'll heal.
You've been so kind to me. I must ask why.
Well, you're a good fish.
What does that mean?
Means I know there's good in you. I see it. You just want to help people.
I would give my life for you.
And I would give my life for you too, Kuo. I'm like skipping with Kuo.
The fresh
But you
legs.
have your arm around him.
Yeah.
So it's like hurting him a little bit.
Yeah.
Also, you're also much shorter than Kuo.
How tall is Kuo?
Kuo is a big fish man. I mean, Kuo-toa are big.
Is
They're
he
a lot
like
of
6
fish.
feet?
So
That's
you're
so
like
funny.
reaching up.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Okay.
Do we see any people?
Yeah, you see a lot of people. They are... So they see Kuo and they kind of get a look of disgust in their face, but then they see that you're super happy, and you kind of see them confused, and that you notice a group. They actually seemed extremely well dressed. They've got like feathered caps, and they've got kind of puffy shirts. They're sitting down. They must be at some sort of restaurant or something. They're at a table, and they're whispering among themselves, and they keep looking at you.
Oh. Excuse me, there. You, sir.
Yeah. Yes.
Do you know where I can find the tailor?
The tailor, yes, the good tailor. He is, if you keep going to the northeast there, he's behind the library.
Ah, thank you. Yeah, my friend, his eye got punctured in a scuffle. looking for a bandage.
How punctured, you say?
Yeah.
Oh, how terrible! What a shame.
Yeah. Well, have a good day.
Yes. Thank you, sir.
We're gonna go to that tailor.
Oh my, that was great. Wow, that was fabulous. What an awesome animation you did for that. That was so good.
Really good.
Oh my gosh,
See?
that was fabulous.
And now it is time for our final submission.
Alrighty.
From Nick Gothic. It's been so long since I've had a vloggy done, and I'm happy I get the chance to not only show Dawn the sensibilities of my work,
Awesome.
but also a little crash course on demo artists and some of the biggest and most talented names out there. Listen to this stodgy girl talk about her demo scene rubbish again. And also, to tie on a point made in last month's showcase, the term graphition, gosh darn it, I can't pronounce this. It's
I don't know. Graphition, I guess.
but I don't know if it's graphition or graphition.
Graphition.
And Blood said it, I think, last time, is real. It's used in demo groups as a counterpart to musician, so graphition. So it's a graphition.
Okay.
Graphition is real. I use it in demo groups as a counterpart to musician, as in the person who makes graphics. The professional term would probably be artist, but it's a term that's too vague and pretentious for us ignorant Europeans. Where most of the demo scene is anchored, that graphition was coined. So graphition was coined and thus entered the common vernacular. At any rate, I do think it's a really pretty word and a sensible one, and I hope that it gets passed on and used beyond just the demo scene itself.
Graphition. I'll try to use this.
Graphition.
Graphition.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
All right.
Hello, Damiani. Hello, Don. Last September, I went to the function demo party in Hungary again. It was nice seeing some familiar faces, and I also had the chance to drink some wicked bootleg mead one German fellow brought, and they insisted nothing be left as evidence. So I drank most of it, and I got dead pissed, and I had to be taken home by my good buddy Citrus in his car. Bless his soul. I've entered the component in two categories. One was hand-drawn graphics. This one's called Sing a Song for Me, and it won 3rd place, but honestly I think it's mid.
That's nice.
The other one was for old school graphics. I made this one called If I Were a Rich Man, and although it's awfully rough and awfully rushed, I'm still happy that it marks my progression in me creating demo art. If anything, I've got personal accolades and support from one of my personal heroes, the Dutch graphician Facet of Genesis Project. I got to meet him for the first time there, and he's such a sweetheart. He showed me his work method and talked to me about some of his inspirations, artists such as Don Lawrence, Boris Vallejo, and Rodney Matthews. I knew Facet's work for many years, and he's got some of the most beautiful demo arts out there. His artwork is always awash in intense gradients and psychedelic colours, and I especially love the way he manages to illustrate women so very romantically. This year he made a stunning and inspiring Amiga artwork. It's called Critical Destination, and it looks stunning for 32 colours. I for sure thought I was going to win this year's function, but I was halted to see it landed 2nd next to Critical's Freedom Comes Back, also for the Amiga. I was outraged. I went berserk. I was convinced Facet was snubbed because his artwork is obviously so much better, but the competition was really neck and neck, and Critical won just by a couple of points difference. I mean, that's not to say it wasn't a well-earned victory. Critical is amazing. He's part of the demo group Rebels, and in the last couple of years he's especially gained fame as a truly stunning Amiga graphican, and with an eye for the strange and grotesque. Both Facet and Critical are basically the kings of old school graphics in the demo scene. In any competition you can always expect them to win the number 1 and number 2 spot. Add to that number 3 with the Sarge, although his Commodore 64 art, Knight of Oppression, only won 4th place. The Sarge is from the legendary group Fairlight, and his artwork is marked by a stunning cuteness and cartoonishness. The way he draws animals is so awesome, and I really love that for Yeah Science, he actually made an in-progress time-lapse that he left in Dropbox. You can find a link to it above. Another shout out for Maid, formerly of Scoopex and now in Bomb. He usually does logos and graffiti, but when he gets into character artwork, he's damn stunning. Battle of the Helena for the C64 is gorgeous, and he drew this adorable lady in the Lemon Demo Lemonade for the Amiga. For a long time I've been using this as my Discord avatar, and I wish I could make something for the Amiga just like him. And lastly, I want to give a shout out to my partner in crime, from Atlantis, Lobo, who has an obsession for cats and vintage steampunk looking imagery. This is my humble tribute to so many of not just my favourite demo artists, but just artists in general. And if you happen to be one of them watching this, I just want to say thank you, and that you should be proud. You're real visionaries, and you and your colleagues' work is what made the demo scene one of the last remaining places of genuine underground art. You're leaving an astounding legacy, and very few things out there make me want to become a better and more luminous artist, like you do. To each creative person, love and respect.
Oh, beautiful. Gosh, that was lovely. Gosh, so many amazing images just flashed by so fast. We gotta nice to go through slow through that one. That was shockingly amazing stuff. Yeah. What a kind thing you wrote there. That was so rad.
Really nice stuff. Well,
killer grafficians.
Yeah, grafficians. That is gonna do it for November 2022 Community Showcase featuring Dawn.
That was awesome. Thank you, everyone. That was absolutely spectacular. What a treat. This was rad. I had a great time.
Oh, glad to see it made you very happy. I knew that looking at this, I get to see some of these submissions, obviously, as I put together the presentation, and I was like, Dawn's going to like a lot of this.
This was great. I loved it all very much. Thank you for sharing, everybody. That is super awesome. This was fun.
The post should be public about now, or maybe in I said by 5. I think either it's already public or it'll be public soon. So everyone who is not a $10 and up patron can check out the post. It's tagged with the tag Community Showcase, and you can click the spreadsheet to see all of the wonderful submissions from today. Also past Community Showcases if you just use the tag. And yeah, if you want to participate next month. $10 and up will get you that access, and you can submit your work. I am blanking on who is next month. We already decided it, and I just can't remember. Maybe RF Switch, you remember who?
Is it Gabby? Is it Gabby?
No, it is
someone's.
I think it might be Huber.
Might be Huber.
I think it might
Brad or Isla. RF Switch thinks it's Brad or Isla.
It might be Huber, but I can maybe take a glance really quick. But yeah, if you're a $10 and up patron, that is how it'll work. It is actually going to be what day is it on? Or did we not decide who it is?
Maybe we didn't. Who knows?
Maybe we didn't actually.
Oh no, RF Switch is saying it's Huber. Or maybe it's Blood, Bogdan is saying. No one knows.
No one knows.
RF Switch seems to think it's Huber.
Well, it has to be for a certain date. I know that because people are going to be gone. Well, I don't have it. I don't see it on my calendar yet, but I thought it was Huber. We will see.
We'll sort it out.
But I will let you know who it is in the post calling for submissions. But yeah, thank you, Dawn, for joining us. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you for having me. Thanks for sending all that stuff in.
We will be back for the group stream in a little over an hour from now. What are we playing?
What are you playing?
What are we playing?
How does this game keep getting selected? I don't know. I'm going to be working on something very special in the other room.
Ooh.
Very special. Everyone's going to like it.
What is, let me take a look. We are playing Jackbox.
I told you what it was. How does this game keep getting picked? Everyone loves Jackbox.
All right, we're doing Jackbox.
Everyone loves Jackbox.
Jackbox. So maybe some comments. The new one, so we don't know how good it will actually be.
Yeah, we do. I know how good it's going to be. I'm just kidding, everyone. Have fun.
All right.
Jackbox.
And until, see you in an hour. Otherwise, till next Community Showcase. Take it easy, everyone.
Adios, everyone.